Hello there, people of the internet. Mostly this very specific server that I kind of forgot the name of. I don't think it has an official name right now. It's fairly new, but lots of fun people to play with. And it's a GM server, and they were like setting up trenches and shit. And it was like it's an experience, but I get the idea. I think it's really good. And since I've been spending a lot of time on trying to make trenches in vanilla because it's still a vanilla server. It's just game master, so pretty customizable still. Like right here, this looks like shit right now because of all the dots you see, but let's actually turn this off and take a closer look. This is just one of the like couple designs that I made up, but I think this is the most effective one if you want to really get that general trench feeling because it's impossible to dig into the terrain. Unfortunately, they should really add that for map design in vanilla, so you could do that on PlayStation. That would be my dream right there. Yeah, let's take a quick look. So right here, I've kind of tried a lot of detailing and stuff with the rubble and just making it look a bit more war torn, you could say. I think it just adds to the immersion. Yeah, you just follow these simple trench patterns, just make sure you make angles so people have something to hide behind, nades them take out entire teams, etc. Try to take inspiration from like real life trenches that I've seen and just a little bit of logic. So I try to like put things in a position. I didn't used to do that as much, and I've tested it, and we just get shot by AI from every angle. Here, this is more of like a movement kind of trench, to get from one important place, which is this town that's probably being fought over. Got a mortar here, a little more placement. It isn't perfect, kind of steep angle, which makes it difficult to place, but does the job. I think this looks pretty neat for vanilla uh, game master. It's just unfortunate that you're not able to load in scenarios on PlayStation on like vanilla GM servers. I don't know why. It's just a buggy game. Especially this is kind of where I started when making this. A bit more detailed than the other ones, but I do think this one is really good. Here you have a little bit. It's like a dugout. Especially this bit right here is it's kind of fun. It's a little bit took inspiration from a thing I saw someone do on a different server. You can have like a little dugout here for when they get inside of the trenches themselves, and just this for a little bit of like realism, like a place to sleep for all these poor souls that have to defend this. Yeah, in general, I think this looks pretty good, and if I can basically teach this design to some of the people I play with that have GM rights on that server, I think we could do this at like a scale where it's this entire bit and still functions without lagging out too much, instead of just this part right here. Would be sick. Would be sick to see. Yeah, if you look at one of my older designs here, um, definitely doesn't look as good. I tried a lot of stuff with all the manure piles. There's some gaps. It's not great, but definitely options. There's definitely these kind of options if you want to add some variation to the kind of trenches you put in. Definitely wouldn't use this specific one as an example, but it's something. Now this one right here, you might have seen if you watch a bit of my videos, which if you don't, no problem. I just do this for the fun of it. So it really chills me out. This is one of my earlier versions of the one I showed before. Has a little bit more detail. I spent a bit more time on this, but I think the general idea still really stands. Over here, it's a little less ruined, you could say. Even though this looks like there's been more fighting. I'm not very consistent. I just kind of go with what I think at the moment, and usually have some music in the back, smoking some and just making stuff like this in the hopes that they add mods and I can upload this to a workshop because that would be fun to see people play this. Yeah, right here you can see this general ID. It's quite simple. I can show you actually how to make this. Let's just grab objects here. I'm just gonna type it in log files. That's what I'll start with. Usually this one. You can use whatever you want basically, but I just feel like this one is a little bit faster to place, and that's mainly why I pick it. Also looks pretty good, you could say. Um, so I'll usually make like triangular kind of shapes, that kind of match, something like that. Kind of have to have like enough space in between, but I don't want to make it too like wide like that. I don't think that looks good. I don't think that's quite realistic. Most of the time when trenches are dug, it's kind of on the spot, and I kind of want it to feel like that, even though it's not a dugout or a trench. It's about the gameplay for me. It's not necessarily about realism, although I do like realism in video games. It's more about like the type of combat you experience in a trench is very different from what you usually see in vanilla Arma, which is why I like it. Yeah, the dirt mounts, I'll usually go for the wider ones, just to place things faster. But if you see, you push it up on these logs right here, starts to create height in it. Gotta watch out because this is kind of on an angle. You don't want to put it like too high like this. I'll show you, because then you get this weird fucking effect. Doesn't look good. Look at that. Somewhere around there might be good. Maybe there even. Yeah, that works. And you'll even get a bit on the inside. Put it on the side, and you'll see what I mean. It really gets that general like idea of what a trench looks like. And it captures it pretty well. I'm not gonna do the full thing. I'm just trying to show here how I kind of set these up. This right here, this is finicky as fuck. This is not fun, but it's definitely worth it. Here you can see how finicky this is. It's definitely difficult to place correct, and you kind of have to try different angles, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Here, I just accidentally deleted that. Well, you get the general idea. I'm not gonna spend a lot of time on this right now. There's one problem I would like to show you. Might be better to do it over here actually. And that is mortar fire, explosions, like landmines, pretty big explosions, anything like that really. Okay, here, some mortar shells. Let's blow some stuff up. Why not? Let's pick a good spot. That's nice and like a place like this. Looks sick, right? Looks sick. You have all this space in between, which really gives it that trench feel. It really feels like this is like a dugout place, even though it is higher than the ground next to it. But if I start putting mortar barrages on this, so place a couple, press play. This kind of stuff starts to happen. It starts breaking down. It still looks kind of fine actually for this part. Maybe because it's a little bit of a flat part compared to the rest. Let's do some more mortars, see what it does. Okay, it's not really showing you exactly what I want to showcase right now, because it's a problem that I've encountered a couple times, but oh, here it is. Okay, it starts like doing the overhanging bit with the dirt if you're not careful. If you don't really care about that, it doesn't matter. If you just care about like the gameplay, but if you do care a little bit about how it looks, then yeah, that might be a problem. But I still 100% think this is the best way of building any trench-related stuff in Arma, Reforger Vanilla right now. It's just everything else looks a bit goofy, you know what I mean? Please let me know what you think. I hope you learn something from this, take inspiration, do whatever the fuck you want with it, really. Just I want to see people having fun on Arma, and I think this could help some people.